Today I am going to be telling you my top 10 mom hacks. This is one some people might not agree with, but it works for us. I cannot wait to share them to you, and let's get started. Now, these are hacks that I have just learned over the years from other moms, from Instagram, from Pinterest, who knows, all over the place, but they've just become part of my everyday life. My first hack is keeping my sofas clean. So we have a toddler and a puppy, both of whom love to eat on the sofa. I know that's my own fault. I just should have made it a rule not to, but we kind of let that slide. But then I also have a puppy who cannot stay off the sofa. He's always up there, no matter how many times I take him off. And the sofa just gets filthy. And I got so tired of cleaning it. So now I just have 2 designated blankets that I always have laid out on the sofa. And that way, if anyone gets on it, if they spill, it just goes on the blanket. I take it off, throw it in the washing machine, and put the other one on. And I'm always just cycling through it. And then if we have guests come over, I obviously take the blankets off and have a nice clean sofa for everyone to sit on. But for most part, it's just us and the family. So I just have the blanket down pretty much every day. But I really noticed it's helped keep our sofas clean, and it's less cleaning for me to do. Hack number 2 comes in handy whenever you have a sick child. So whenever I have a tissue box that is emptied, I never throw it away. Instead, I save it, and then when Layla Jane gets sick, I take it and attach it to another tissue box, usually just with rubber band. And then she has one tissue box, and then she has a trash can right next to it. So anytime she uses a tissue, she just sticks it in the empty tissue box, and that's her trash can. So it keeps the mess and all the tissues contained right by her, and she doesn't have to get up and throw away the tissue, or she's not throwing it on the floor where Mojo, our dog, will inevitably grab it. It keeps it all nice in one little trash can right by her. Hack number 3 might seem a little strange to some people, so you gotta let me know in the comments below if you would do this with your kids. But I found in the morning times, it's always so hard to get Layla Jane up and moving and get her dressed. She just wants to stay in her pajamas all day. I don't blame her, but it just became a real problem. So I started thinking, at nighttime, she gets out of the bath and we go straight to bed. Why not just put her in the clothes that she's gonna be wearing the next day? And right now it's usually just a dress. She loves dresses right now. So I just put her in the dress that she's gonna be wearing the next day. So when she wakes up, she's ready to go. And if she's gonna be wearing pants or shorts or like jean shorts that aren't super comfortable to sleep in, I just have her sleep in the shirt and just her undies. And then when she wakes up, I just put her pants on, but it's not changing the shirt or anything like that, because I just find it cuts the arguing and the struggle, the power struggle for putting clothes on in the morning. It just gets rid of that, and it just makes our morning so much nicer if she wakes up already in her clothes. Hack number 4, now this doesn't have to be a mom hack, this can be for anyone. When I want my house to smell really good, like I just baked cookies or something and I don't want to bake the cookies, an easy way to get your house smelling wonderful is just boiling some cinnamon sticks. It works every time. Just get a pot, fill it with some water, throw some cinnamon sticks in it. You don't need a lot, like 1 or 2, and then start boiling it and just let it boil and simmer. And oh my gosh, your house will smell so good. It works every time. Hack number 5, this is to get your kid to eat. So Layla Jane is a very picky eater. I mean, she'll try everything at least once or twice, but she doesn't eat a lot. And so we have found that if we say her food gives her big muscles and that'll make her jump higher and run faster, she's more inclined to eat it. So we always say like, oh, that chicken, that's really good muscle food. You want to eat that so you can jump high and run fast. Another trick too is we'll say something like, oh, that's the best piece right there. I'm gonna take it. And we pretend like we're gonna take it for ourselves. The thought that she might not get that piece, is like too much for her. She'll grab it and shove it in her mouth and just start eating it. And it works every time. So try it. Say all the food is muscle food and then try to steal it from them. And I'll bet you anything, they will not wanna have their food stolen and they'll shove it in their mouth so you can't take it. Hack number 6 is make everything a race. Just make it fun. So if you're trying to clean up a room, say, oh, I bet you can't clean it up in 10 seconds, and see if they can race and clean it up. Or put a song on and say, you gotta clean it up before the song ends. Another thing is I'll say, like if it's bath time and she's not wanting to go up, we'll have a race and see who can get up to the bath first. This would work really well too if you have siblings. Have them race up there and see who can get to the bath first. And then another one we use every night is because we had to put her down to sleep and we had to pretend like we're falling asleep with her right now. Hopefully we won't be doing that forever, but that's kind of the phase we're in right now with Layla Jane. And what we do is we say, ooh, if I go to sleep first, I win. I bet you can't beat me. And she like wants to be the winner. So she'll close her eyes and trying to go to sleep, and usually she goes right to sleep because it's a race on who can get to sleep first. And it doesn't work every night, but for the most part, putting it as a race works. Hack number 7 has to do with the bath. So I find if I give Layla Jane her popsicle after dinner and she gets to eat it in the bath, she is way more inclined to want to take a bath. And it's a win-win for me too, because popsicles can be very messy. But if she's eating in the bath and it drips a little or she gets all sticky, we're in the bath. So we can get cleaned up right there. And it just works. She loves it. She knows now every time when she takes a bath, she gets her popsicle, and it's just a big fun thing, and she loves it, and we get her clean. She has her little dessert. And I accidentally bought these sugar-free popsicles one time, and I was like so nervous. I was like, oh, she's probably gonna notice this. But she didn't. It was all natural flavors, no sugar added, and she thought they were delicious. So I was so excited. So now I know she's getting like a healthy popsicle at night, not a lot of sugar, and she's doing it in the bathtubs, we're getting cleaned, and it's just all part of our nighttime routine, and it makes it so much easier. My next tip is how to get Layla Jane or your toddler to brush their teeth. Again, this is one some people might not agree with, but it works for us. We tell Layla Jane she has sugar bugs in her mouth, and every morning and every night she needs to brush her teeth to get rid of all the sugar bugs. And it works. She's always, after she drinks in the morning, like her smoothie, she's like, oh, I gotta get rid of the sugar bugs. She gets her little toothbrush, and by the way, getting like a little kid electric toothbrush also helps. But she always brushes to get the sugar bugs, and then I'll say something like, oh, you know, those sugar bugs, they like to hide back in the back teeth, so you really gotta make sure you get way back there and brush, and so she'll get way back there. And it seems to work because nothing else was working. It was always such a chore to get her to brush her teeth. But now she is like wants to get rid of the sugar bugs, and it's just now it's easy, and it's easy to get her to do it twice a day, and sometimes even 3 times. Sometimes she'll eat something sweet and we'll go like, oh, I bet there's some sugar bugs in there from that candy, and so she just wants to go brush her teeth right away. Hack number 9, get your kids to start doing chores at an early age. I just did a vlog on this where I started teaching Layla Jane how to do chores and had a chore chart for her. And it's been working out great. Sometimes when I'm trying to do chores and I have Layla Jane whining, wanting my attention, or wanting to go do something, I couldn't get anything done. So I thought, you know what? I should empower them to be able to do this and to be able to help me. And she wanted to. She loves being able to help. So I just give her simple little tasks like dusting or making sure she brings her plates to the sink, picking up her toys, little things like that that are age appropriate. But while she's doing that, I can also be doing my other chores. And so it's a win-win because she's helping and she's feeling independent and responsible, and I'm getting things done. Hack number 10 is your car is going to become like your closet. I have so much stuff in my car for emergencies to keep Layla Jane entertained, and it's honestly a lifesaver. I have to organize it though. So I have a bin of or a bag of snacks. So I always have, non-perishable snacks that I can keep in my car no matter what the temperature is. So if she gets hungry, which I know she will, so I always have that. And then I always have a sack of entertainment. So it might be her Kindle, a coloring book, a sticker book, some of those Wonder Wow books. Any of those, I keep those in the car too. And that way, just if she's bored, if we're on a long car ride, I have something in there for her to do. And I also have just some necessities. So I always have like water bottles, extra undies, extra pull-ups, and an extra set of clothes, just in case, oh, and mask and hand sanitizer. Just in case, you know, we have to go somewhere or we need to change our clothes or we need a mask somewhere, we're always prepared. So I always have those things in my cart at all times, and they have come in handy. Those are my hacks. I hope you enjoy them and maybe you'll find them just as useful as I do. And let me know if you have some hacks too. I'd love to hear about them. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.